Yesterday I went over to Sprouts and I got some Dover Sole, not Dover Sole, Orange Roughy. They had it on sale. And if you go there on certain days, you can get some really good deals. It was in the bin where it's like, we're going to sell it today and you got to eat it today, or it's going in the trash. And so it was like 2 pounds of fish for less than $2. So that was good. And I used that Zatarain's to cook it up. Oh man, so good. So today we're just going to do leftovers. I'm going to do a stir-fried rice too, just to kind of have a side. So I like to put a lot of stuff in stir-fried rice. Now I make the rice ahead of time as well. So this is a real cheap eats today. But I've got vegetables cut up, carrots, and I have broccoli, and I also have um, asparagus. Now I always peel my asparagus before I cook it because then you don't have that stringy stuff going on. But the asparagus is really good when you stir fry it like this. So I'm going to pause this and I'm going to get set up to do that. So this is the leftover fish. I had 4 pieces like this size here. It's like a Filet-O-Fish size. I can eat like one of those. And if you have the Zatarain's, when you cook it like that, then you warm up pretty good so it doesn't taste real fishy the next day. And then I've got green onions that I chopped up. And then this is the carrots, broccoli, and asparagus. And I'm going to cook that in some olive oil with the induction cooker. And I'll go ahead and let you get a good view of that. Okay, so let's get the induction cooker started up here. I'm going to do a 5-power. I'm going to put some olive oil in here. Check out this olive oil. I got it for $4, this big bottle. It was at that discount grocery store in Quartzsite. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. There we go. I see a lot of my neighbors are walking around doing their evening stroll. I wonder how many miles I walked today. So first thing I'm going to do is cook the vegetables. And I'm going to use a little salt and pepper with that. Just a little bit of salt because I'm going to put some soy sauce in there too. Pepper. A little garlic salt. And I'm going to put some jalapenos in there today. Just the remaining jalapenos from my Sticks and Bricks house garden. I just grew these in pots. I'm probably going to get another pot to grow some of these while I'm on the road. They grow really well here in Arizona. Yeah, I'm going to stick one of these guys in there. Still a little frozen, so I'm going to try to use just some scissors and cut up some little slices here. Well, it's working pretty good. I think that'll be enough. These jalapenos are really good. If you don't use jalapeno, you don't have to add the seeds. So if you don't want it to be too hot, don't use the seeds. Put this back in the freezer. Gonna use a wooden spoon here. You'd think I wouldn't want to use wooden spoons, having grown up in an age where wooden spoons had a dual purpose. For those of you that are aware of that, you know what I'm talking about. Inside boomer humor. I'm gonna let these saute here for a bit. You can also get my rice out here, and I'll get back to you after I saute these vegetables a little bit. So this is coming along pretty well. This is a rice that I cook ahead of time. I use broth when I'm making my rice. Rice is a good thing to just make ahead of time. There's so many things you can do with it. One of the things I like to do with rice is in the morning time is to make an egg on top of the rice. It's really good. It's a really quick breakfast. I got a little thing that I do in the microwave with that. You've probably seen that if you look at some of my older videos. I just want to cook this until the carrots start getting a little soft. You know what else is really good to do with broccoli is peanut butter. No kidding. The crunchy kind too. You want to get the crunchy peanut butter. In fact, I got some peanuts, but they're in the shell. I don't want to crack them because I'll make a big mess in here and I'll have to clean that up. And I'm pretty lazy, so we're not going to do that. All right, I'm going to pause this again for a little bit. I'm having a Coke while I do this. I get the little cans of Coke. That's about all I want to have in terms of sugar input. I worked in Mexico for a long time, and they make Coke with real sugar there. And from what the rumor is they're going to start using real sugar here again. I don't know if I can tell the difference. I used to work for a beverage company too, or I should say a flavor company. And we used to test all the pop from different pop manufacturers in Chicago and do the bricks test and panel tests with corn syrup. And people couldn't really tell the difference. I'd like to say I could tell the difference, but I would just be making up a story. So I've got eggs here. I'm going to have one egg in this mixture too. I'm going to have to buy some eggs. I only have one left. So I'm going to scramble up this egg, and that's going to be like one of the last things that I put in the fried rice. Then I'll put that piece of fish in there on top after it's all done, and we'll let that kind of get steamed. I'll turn this heat up to 6 here. This pan I got it secondhand from a secondhand store. It's not exact. Well, now it feels like it's flat. I think when it gets heated up, the metal flattens out a little bit. You'd be surprised what you can find sometimes at those secondhand stores. I think I bought this one when I was in Denver. No, I didn't either. Oh, maybe I did. I was reading today about this lady who buys all of our secondhand clothes for her kids. They get all their clothes secondhand. When I was raising my wife and I should say, were raising our daughters, we didn't really go to secondhand stores for their clothes, but we had like a chain. So the older one, Amy, would wear it, then Katie would wear it, then her cousin would wear it, then her other cousin would wear it, and then her other cousin would wear it, and it'd get passed down. So by the time that clothing was about to go down the tubes, about 5 kids had worn that same thing. Okay, I'm going to take these vegetables off, and then I'm going to cook that egg up. You ever see those cooking shows where with the Chinese guys making roadside food with eggs, and they always use chopsticks to scramble up the eggs? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. If you try to do the eggs too soon, they gum up the rice. It's the cooker telling me that you forgot to put the pan on. Okay, I didn't forget. Well, let's put the rice on here. I can put a little bit more of this olive oil in there. I haven't tried to taste this olive oil by itself, but that store there in Quartzsite, like I say, it sells it real cheap because it's all out of date. Now, when I was growing up, it wasn't out of. My mom wouldn't say it's out of date because they didn't have the use bys in those days. They had. We would get it in cans, and if the can was swollen, then it was out of date. I'm just going to cook up all this rice here so that I can have it for breakfast. I'm not going to eat all of this today. It's just too much for me. Oops. Try to keep some of it in the pan here. Now, mainly I just want to kind of brown this up a little bit. I'm not going to make any sauce or anything like that with it. Alright, I'm going to pause you again here for a minute. So if you're in Quartzsite and you get a chance to go to the discount grocery store there, they got such a sweet little dog. He's not little. They got such a sweet dog in there, though. It reminds me of that dog from our game. You probably have to be older. But like Darla and all the characters in our gang, and they had that dog with had like a circle around his eye. Cute dog. Very, very passive. Pit bull, but very well behaved. All right, so this is looking pretty good. I'm going to put those vegetables back in here. Mix this all up. Well, this is going to probably be about 2 meals, maybe 3 meals for me. I don't know if you can get a good view of that. Very colorful, smells good, tastes good. I'm going to put some soy sauce in here, but I'm going to take out about half of this first. I'm going to put some of this into this container. So that's about how much I'm going to eat today. And now I'm going to put these onions, these green onions in here. Scallions. And I kind of put this all in the middle here. Put this piece of fish on there. We'll cover that up just to let it kind of get all heated up. And that's for later. Put that in the fridge. And turn that off. Let it start to cool down. I'm gonna go get a plate. my plate. I like to have dinner on china plates. I have paper plates too, but I like to have a real plate. It's still a little cold. I'm going to leave that on there for just a couple seconds more. So I was cooking popcorn the other day, and I don't have my popcorn maker anymore, so I was just using a little saute pan. Not a saute, like a saucepan. And the popcorn's coming out chewy. So I did a search on Google. Why is my popcorn chewy? And said, because you're leaving the lid on and the moisture's collecting in the pan. Oh, that makes sense. Didn't dawn on me. I gotta get a new popcorn maker for sure. So I'm gonna take this piece of fish off to the side. I'm gonna take all this food and put it on the plate here. I do want to put a little soy sauce on there. No, these aren't commercials. It's just the stuff I use. Try to make that look a little bit nicer. There we go. All right, let's go to the table. And there's the plate. All right, hang on one second here. You can tell I'm a professional. All right, let's see how it tastes. A little more frugality here. These are napkins from Lucky Wishbone, where they gave me a big pile of napkins when I got my chicken there last week. Oh, that's good. I always like to have those vegetables stir-fried like that. And take a piece of the fish, even though it's left over. Still real good. Very good. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to also put some of these clips on the Frugal website or the Frugal page on Facebook, because there's a lot of people who are struggling and always trying to make new ways to cut corners and extend their food budget, especially. So thanks for watching. And this is John. You have a wonderful, happy day. Bye now.